Hi everyone, this is Just Trying to Play It, and we are back with Little Big Workshop, the Evil DLC. We are excited today. Why? Because number one, we are about to embark on a milestone in this game. I did not think it was going to take me this long to fulfill one of the orders from our boss here, Blah or Bladh, whatever his name is. But it looks like we are finally going to complete one on day 78. So mark your calendars, people, day 78. I want to take a moment to really think about where we went wrong, which was from day one. We did not pick a product that would give us enough money so that we could do this faster. We were bouncing around, we didn't do enough of them. So that is entirely my fault. I will accept responsibility for that. But if anyone is watching this and you see the toy food is paying you 300-400 each, please do it as soon as possible and just keep cranking those bad boys out because they give you a decent amount of money. I would say to do them increments of 10 and then just crank them out and just keep selling them however often you want to sell them. Sell every one, sell every two, sell every five, sell every 10. It doesn't matter. Those things were godsends for me because everything else was not giving me enough cash once they were completed. A lot of these things were only doing 100, 200. Yes, I could do a ton of them, but it took me to have to do 50 of these things just to see enough money. This one you could have done, I think there was a time when this was at 600 a piece or more. You could have done 20 and it was a easy 12,000. No, it would not take a day or a few hours, but in a couple of days you were seeing 12 grand. I was enjoying that. I didn't do it the right way, so it was my fault. Please learn from my mistake. Also, these virtual reality kits, although they look like they have a bunch of steps, they really don't. This step and this step is the injection is the easiest thing. Then you have a sewing aspect to it. So that's really all you had, and then everything went to the assembly. These are also ones that you could do. As you can see, I was doing them in increments of 10. That was taking less than a day, but it was giving me almost 6,000 a piece, which is equivalent to the toy food. So please keep that in mind. I'm also going to be doing other little things, but I was trying to do stuff with machinery that I didn't have. So I was doing something with this machinery, using that money to buy completely different machinery, also spreading my people out too much. So please learn from that. We'll get back into that later though. Another thing that I noticed is we sabotaged the hell out of this dude. I mean, poor Charlie has had a problem, okay? We have sabotaged the holy hell out of Charlie. So Charlie is losing his market share. Charlie's losing money, period. Which obviously our sabotage worked. On the other hand, we didn't sabotage the hell out of this little dude, and he's just cranking along, but he is now the highest one. And if you remember when we were playing before, Charlie was the highest. Charlie had the highest net worth. So we have done our job, but we still need to beat this guy. Now, how close are we? We are very close. We are within thousands of dollars. So about $6,200 we're there. Okay, I want to say $6,211.15 to be exact, but you know what I mean. So anyhow, we are right there with Mr. What's his name? Johnny with one end. Johnny with one end. We're right there. Crazy Steve is not a factor right now, unless, now if we can get Johnny down, Crazy Steve would have been the highest and we would have already passed him. So we would have moved to the next tier. Now, I'm thrilled to death about that because I see what it kind of takes for us to really affect them. I've only been sending this guy the generic stuff that we can do here. This other dude, Charlie, has been hit with all kinds of shrapnel. Okay, any of these challenges that we've attempted from Mr. Blah, we have actually used the when we failed, which was all the time. We have used those to sabotage our clients. Unfortunately, Mr. Charlie was the recipient of said sabotage, but hey, it's part of the game, right? So Charlie has been sabotaged up the wazoo, and Charlie has felt the effect of it. None of the other guys have been sabotaged up the wazoo. They have received the generic sabotage. Now, you're going to watch me right now. I am going to set up another of the special projects because we have finally gotten to the point where we're going to finish one of these things. I mean, I can't tell you enough about how satisfying that is for me right now. I have struggled with this for the longest, and as I said before, it is all my fault. You know, I should never ever, oh, I can't even set it. I don't even have 750 in order to do it. So we're going to pass on this one, but we're going to let it run at the regular speed. Now, as you can see, we finally have a deliver button here. Okay, there's a deliver button. So let's go ahead and hit that bad boy. It's not going to bring us a ton of money, but you know what? We will finally have accomplished one of these things. I feel like having a drink. You know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding about the drink. But I really do feel really good about finally doing that. As I said, it probably was my fault that it took us 78 days to do it. But you know what? 78 days is fine. We've got it done. Let's fast forward a little bit. Move time on a bit until we see them at least carrying the last one that way. Okay. So let us really take a moment and breathe all of this in because we have finally finished one of his projects. Look at that. Now, he says, marvelous. These nasty little buggers will come in handy indeed. Well done. Now back to your mindless droning. So I received 1.08 evil points and 1,800 experience. Now, that was a little underwhelming, but at the same time, it still allowed me to complete one of those things. So let's look over here. We had already gotten, oh, it says a whole new range of evil upgrades is now available. Wait a minute. Why is a whole new range now available? We haven't gotten to the next tier. Okay, see, that's what I thought. I thought that we had to complete some of those things in order to get to the next level. So here we are here where we now have more things that we can do. I kind of like, let's see. We don't have access to them. They're still blacked out. They're still grayed out. So we can't even do anything with it yet. So it looks like we're still going to have to get to the next level. But I'm fine with that. You know, I'm just so happy that we were finally able to finish one of those. And we're going to also plan 10 more of those. Do we still have? No. So at least we know that the next time we're probably going to be able to do these. So I'm really happy about that. So now that I can kind of say I've gone through the grunt work of this thing and I kind of have an idea of how they're trying to do it, which is fine. I'm still a little bit underwhelmed by, you know, what we are doing. But at the same time, I'll take it. Oh, that really tanked. It's going to go up slightly, but that's really tanking. Well, you know, that's fine. We're going to also do some of these other, you know, these two will probably go quickly. So we can probably do some of those. This is low. We might as well do this one. But yeah, we're gonna try and do some of these other things because we have, yeah, we're this one especially. It's no painting involved. So this may actually go pretty quick. Let's see how many we can do. We should be able to do a lot of these in a day. 40. I wonder if we can get 40 done. Let's see. Let's see. So, okay. I mean, I really do feel really good about it. I feel really good about being able to get that done. That was bothering me. That was bothering me a lot. And the reason why was simply because it just seemed like we just were not going to get that done. We were never going to get to that point. But now that I've kind of buckled down and kind of used my brain a little bit, we're actually right there. Oh Jesus, I didn't realize that I was using two of these. I think what I need to do, I need this over here. I am going to move this over here. Are we already using one of these? No. I'm going to move that over there. And then, so that gives that a little extra boost. We're going to treat ourselves to a propaganda tower over here once they move this thing. Why does it take you to go all the way around there and then do that? Well, oh well, okay. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, so now I am thrilled to death that we finished that. Now let's give this one a shot. Okay, let's see if we can't do this bad boy. That's already connected. I'm just making sure that everything is connected the way that it was. Yes, that is connected to where it goes. We do have two of those. Now it's saying this is going to take us about 2 days. He's given us 3. So let's see if we can't get this one done in time. So we're going to fast forward. But as I was saying, I was a little underwhelmed by the whole concept of it because of how it's executed. Now, that doesn't mean that there won't be any type of updates or tweaks or anything later on. They are known to do that. But as long as it's out and it's actually playable, I have not run into any type of glitches yet. So I, knock on wood, I'm happy about that. But I'm really, really thrilled to see that it can be done. I had read a few times in the forums where people were saying it was too hard, it wasn't possible, and I just, in a way, I was beginning to believe that. But now that I see that it can be done, it's really the way that I approached it. I think that I approached it completely wrong. So if nothing else, I don't know the end game of this. I don't know what happens or what have you. But once I finish it, I probably am going to play it myself. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to play it completely different now that I see a little bit of what's involved. I might move this too, just because. Don't care where it is. I just don't want it in the way. But yeah, I'm thrilled that that I was finally able to break through. And part of it was that my equipment was really old. I mean, it was slow. So, I mean, what do you expect? If your equipment is slow, then you can't expect to really do too much, right? So, I was facing that issue. I was really having to deal with that. But now that I see that it's not as slow, now I can probably start really cranking these things out. And we're going to move this one up there. But now that I see that it's not as hard as I made it out to be, we're going to do our best to start cranking those things out. I'm saving a lot of time using this machine, the milling machine, because obviously it does this cut at 100. But I also am kind of saving time by using these three that are only doing things at 25%. Now, eventually, we're going to replace all of that. Anything that's doing stuff at 25% is going to be eliminated sooner or later. We have to replace it. It's just a given. You pretty much have to replace that. And we're going to replace it. So we're going to run into negative again, which should not be. I mean, yeah, it's about to happen, but that shouldn't be any surprising thing. We're going to do that quite often. The only thing is we have to stay above negative 5,000 before our game is over. There was a time that while I was doing this, that I did feel like we were going to hit that negative, but I'm glad that we didn't. We were able to just pull out of it. Once we were probably like at negative, I want to say negative 4,000 or 4,200. We finished some of the other products, some of the toy food that we were doing, and we were able to sell those off really quickly and get some money in, some much needed money. Let me just change that. Let me just rephrase that. We were able to get some much needed cash in to stop that whole bankruptcy process. So I'm now thrilled to death. We should be able to crank these things out on multiple occasions, but before I felt like we had a deadline where we were supposed to do it sooner rather than later. So like I said, that was an oversight on my part. And I mean, the wording of what he said just made it seem that way. So I just figured that's the way it was, but I guess I should have known better. I don't know. Are we going to make this one? 316. We should just make it. Come on. Are we going to get this one in at the last minute? It looks like we did. That's one thing too that we have to remember. Even when the time limit is over, as long as they can get it made before that person before the delivery guy or the pickup guy picks up the last one, we should still make our deadline. It's cutting it close though. I'll tell you that much. It really was cutting it close. But there we go. We've made some more. We've gotten 0.96 evil points, which I don't know why that is, and 1,600 experience. Maybe because it wasn't made before the guy got here. I don't know. But I'm fine with that. I'm not going to argue with it. We're going to just leave it as that. So we've now got these things we can sell. So things are really popping now. We're no longer in bankruptcy. So I'm happy to hear that. We're not making this thing. This is two completely different. I mean, we have this. We have one of these. But we're going to have to get one more of each, I think, to do this. Let's see how much that would be. We don't have the money for it, first of all. That's 2,400. That's 5,100. We don't have the money for that. So we're not going to be able to do any of those. So there goes those things. Now, let's check on our opponents here. He's now going up. Okay, so we're at 157,000. We should have passed him already. So let's look over here now. Maybe in the next cycle, this will change because our value is over 155,250. But while we're at it, let's see if we can't make. No, not that. Well, yeah, we don't have those. Let's see. Let's see if we can't make a couple of products to possibly sabotage something. So let's go ahead and queue those up. It looks like this other thing we're not going to make in time unless we really start cranking. Our people are slacking off here. Well, it looks like we're going to have some of these gnome catchers to send as sabotage products. So I guess, you know, I mean, I hate that. I absolutely hate it. I actually feel like just selling them off just to make some money off of them. We haven't made not one from this new batch yet. And I don't really understand why that is, because, let me see. I can't even look at the blueprint now. I could try the overdrive, but that makes, I never liked using that. Never liked using that. Yeah, last time we had to do like 18 of these things. But it looks like we managed to get one. We got one done. Looks like we might make, there's two. We got 2 whole ones done. Yeah. 2 of them were completed. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. I forgot. I didn't look. It blew up. Look at her butt's on fire. That's kind of funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to burn you. But that's kind of funny though. I mean, you just can't. That's great. That is great. I mean, it's unfortunate because now it's going to take a ton of time for them to finish it. So yeah, it's going to take a long time for them to fix it. So I'm not too happy about that, but what are you going to do? Okay, let's get back to this thing. This is what we were able to finish last time. I think we can, you know what? I'm not against trying it again. You know, our people, I think we're using different things. I think we're going to be using different machines anyhow, so let's see if we can't crank it out. Let's see how far ahead we can get so that we can make up some of that time. And then in the meantime, we're finishing up other stuff as well. We can probably, let's go ahead and get those out. Something else needs fixing. I'm going to try to stay on top of this repair stuff from now on because I don't want that happen. Even though it's funny as hell to see that happen, I don't want it to continuously happen that way. But yes, it's kind of funny. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So, okay, it looks like we're right at the deadline for this thing. Well, I wouldn't say deadline. But let's see. Okay, we're getting a phone call. Let's see what's going on. Well done, apprentice. I see you have managed to beat your first opponents and grown your fledgling little workshop much larger now. Perhaps it is time that I shared some of my more sinister tricks so we can speed up your progress even further. I'll come back to you if I need something from you and when you've beaten your next 3 rivals. Well, look at that. Okay, so I've just advanced. You now have access to the medium market. Plenty of new upgrades and research available. Recruit spies to reveal your competitors' weaknesses. So I've got 2 of the regular R&D points and 2 evil points. Let's see what I can do now. So we've got espionage. We've got some more decorations. We've got some specialized material. Upgraded workforce. Okay. Crazy overdrive. Double the speed of operations during one day. Oh, large-scale sabotage. Get a better impact with these upgrades to your sabotage selection. and the medium category. So we can get more sabotage. Yes, we want that. We want more sabotage products. The rest of this stuff we'll look into later. Okay, what's this? We have some advanced assemblers. We've got 10 points to spend here. So we can probably almost go a little bit crazy. And I do say almost a little bit crazy. Don't really care about those. I do need this employee cap. We're going to get that first. Advanced. Okay, so we can unlock assembly specialists. Okay, so this will unlock the specialists as well as more machinery. Let's pause for a minute. We're going to pause and look at the new things that we have. We don't have anything new here. I'm just going through to check. Okay, so we have some new stuff for the outside, which I really don't care about. Okay, so they've just added this other stuff here, which is from the original game. That's fine, but it gives us a few more options here. So that's wonderful. I can live with that. What else? What else? Okay. Look at these people. Okay, we've got Sweatya. So there's this guy here now. Then we have Royal Emporium. That's new. And we have Bender Music. That's also new. Okay, so we've got two new people and one. So it looks like that's what's going to happen. We're going to probably have the people that we're used to here. And then these are going to be two new people. So that's great. Let's see what other new products we can do. Oh, okay. We have a Sabotage Mimic, which does 6 to here. Then we have the Sabotage Rat and the Sabotage Banana. Okay. Okay. So we've made some good progress here. We've made some really good progress. And I'm happy that we were able to really have a breakthrough here. Hold on, one thing. It looks like this is expiring soon. So this is going to be, I think, the last. By the time we finish these, we should be okay. So we're going to finish these up. We're going to do as many of these as possible. I feel like we need to take advantage of this high price that is going to be here. Let's see what we have as far as medium. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is where the money's going to come in. Especially this thing. Now I know this thing is probably going to take a while to do, but I don't care. This that requires more material. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave it here, and we're going to take our victory and run right now. So I think in the future we're just going to make some more plans to just keep cranking in the money. We're going to try our best to keep things working the way that they've been working. Keep sabotaging people and keep moving up. Now that we've really got a good grasp, well, I wouldn't even say a good grasp, but we have an idea of everything we're supposed to be doing and kind of how to juggle that. So this is just trying to play it. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, please stay safe.